Hello again. This is wow. Let's just do it this way. Hello again. This is Ian Iliona. I am here in the downtown Central Market. I have food again from Golden Barrel Brewing. Um, I'm here. Super stressed day. Super stressed day because I have amazing news and I'm I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. I talk about Christina Aguilera as if she is the second coming of Madonna. I talk about her with such reverence and respect because what a selfless artist she is, that she encourages and mentors people and guides them toward finding their voice. She just gave me the biggest gift I think exists. She she let me she let me sing her songs. I don't know how to find words to describe how amazing that is. I have loved Christina Aguilera's music since forever. I never truly appreciated what it meant to be this amount of toil and the hurt that you have to go through in order to achieve something. I am beyond shocked that the entire music community has done something so amazing. It is amazing to know that no matter how hurt I am and no matter how many times I have PTSD episodes in public, hi Lily, hi Lily Star, nice to meet you. I am talking about how I believe at midnight tonight, everyone from Madonna to Christina Aguilera to Panic at the Disco. I don't know how to. Wow. Panic at the Disco. Avril Lavigne. Hi Laura. Hi Laura. Panic at the Disco said that I could sing 9 in the afternoon, and I I'm a punk rocker. I like rock music. I created this weird, like super cool version, and it's coming out. Well, not even tomorrow. It's sorry, had a little bit of a ego boost there. That if you liked my voice that time, I might be able to try other songs and the rest of the time because those guitars are so amazing, legendary. And it really takes a band to make an artist. I'm a singer and producer, and I do all my instruments by myself. But it's such a CT. Hiya. I'm glad that you were able to figure out what time it will be live today. Oh, are you? I don't know if you caught the last 4 minutes. Well, I'm talking about how Madonna, Madonna let me do Vogue. Madonna let me do a cover of Vogue. I am beyond stoked to have people hear that at midnight. At midnight, you can hear the new version of Vogue, which pays homage to Madonna, my queen. it is it is amazing. I didn't think that was possible. Madonna of all people. I mean, it's a compliment. It's it's an honor. It is an honor to cover your music, Madonna. It is a privilege that you have bestowed upon me. I do not take that lightly. I do not. I'm going to cherish today for the rest of my life. Madonna said yes to me. The airport said no to me. But Madonna said yes, so guess what? I'm thinking Madonna is spot on what quality is. Madonna knows my quality. So, wow. So here I am in the Grand Central Market eating this lovely meal from Golden Barrel Brewing. Life may actually change from, from now on. Things might be different. I didn't really want to be a celebrity because I want to keep myself grounded. I want to keep myself able to speak to people. Like Madonna, I have to take a second to. I will never give up on being an astronaut. That is who I am. So I'm going to do what most musicians don't do. I'm going to do it all on my terms. So I will be a musician. I will perform concerts, and I will be an astronaut. There is no reason why I can't do both. There's no reason why you can't live your dream. What your dream, what your dream means to you is everything. I have a cool disco funk version of Freedom 90 by George Michael. I wish he could hear this. I wish he could. I am honored that I was still bestowed this amazing thing to be able to do that song, and I cannot wait to sing that live. Oh, I am going to do a stream tonight. I am definitely going to have a midnight countdown stream of all my songs coming out. I cannot wait. So there'll be a double stream today. But as always, this is not about me. I am ecstatic that my art is being recognized, and by recognizing my art, I am also paying tribute to the artists who have kept me alive through depression, through anorexia, through rage spells, through the death of my mother after coming home from military service. I had music to pull me out of the dark hole and keep me alive. Music saved my life when everything was telling me that it was over. So today is the most amazing day I could ever ask for. It's like my birthday, but it's not my fucking birthday. And I guess you might be able to find me in the club. You might. I don't know. Depends upon whether or not people like any of my songs. Nice to see so many people here. That is a very good question, CT. I have PTSD, and if I can somehow do some self care, I might be able to maybe stand in the presence of such talent and not fall out completely unconscious being next to someone like Madonna. I mean, to even have her say yes to me is making my hands all jittery. She said yes to me and my hands are shaking. Can you imagine having to be in the same room with her, or even be on stage with Madonna? Be on stage with Madonna singing Vogue. That that would be kind of cool. I don't know. Should I? I mean, it's a lot. I don't know if I'm ready for it yet, but I want to try. I want to try because you only get so many opportunities to do that in life. So if Madonna says yes, I will perform Vogue on stage with Ian Iliana, I have to say yes, whether or not I'm emotionally prepared or not. I'm gonna have to make myself prepared because she's Madonna. I wouldn't say no to her on that specific request. And she would have her own set of rules and ways of showing her proper respect and making sure that she is given enough to be the star, because if I'm performing on stage with Madonna, it is all about Madonna. I just want to see her shine and be the one that reminds people of who their queen is, and that's Madonna. Same thing with Christina Aguilera. If Christina Aguilera said, "I would love to do a burlesque too, and let some of your rework be in that, and if you wanted to maybe do a striptease like Channing Tatum for the screen and show off some of your dance skills." I don't know. I might actually have to say yes with certain rules and stipulations because we really need to push people with PTSD and veterans in general to get themselves out there, but in a way that makes sense for them. It took a lot of bravery to even publish music after rejections and the hurt and the depression that I have. It takes a lot to perform. It takes a lot to go on auditions. I have nothing but respect for people who do. Te amo. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. I have PTSD, and I can't let PTSD hold me back. I have to be able to set boundaries. This is one of the reasons why I am having this podcast, to train my fans and train my audience to respect artists. I'm telling you everything. I'm a very open person. I love being honest with you. I have a lot of difficulty right now in my life. I'm not ready for any sort of celebrity status, but if that is the way that things are going to be, I'm going to still be myself. I'm still going to be someone who talks about climate issues. I'm still going to be someone who rocks fashion, most likely a leather jacket, because I really do love leather jackets. And animal activist, not real leather. I'm going to be myself. I set the goal to do climate education here in California and tell them about clearing the atmosphere and protecting the forests and things like that, and appreciating the fire department. There have been several fire alarms in my building. The fire department has come out almost every single time. Almost every single time. To check, inspect, do the job so diligently. This is why I fight on X. I fight on YouTube so that we can talk to politicians like Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass about how smoke is making these firestorms worse. Okay, you're going to be over there. I don't really like the way that's going. I hate doing these public things because they just make me like super paranoid, and it's just, like I say, I have PTSD, but I'm still going to be a person. I'm still going to be a person who speaks on climate issues. That doesn't change because I'm an environmentalist and a musician who may perform eventually. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to be asked. I'm not going to be super pushy. If someone wants to work with me on doing benefit concerts or something that is of use to the community, I'm all for that. Speaking of which, there is a benefit concert for the County of Los Angeles on Saturday. I believe it starts around like maybe 7, 9-ish, but it's at 1720 East 16th Street. So if anyone is interested and live in the California area, I invite you to go out, buy a ticket, and support the Los Angeles Fire Department and support those that have been affected by the Los Angeles fires. And thank you for all the love that has happened in this chat. I appreciate it. You know me so well. I am a one-trick culinarian. I talk about my anorexia. What people don't know about anorexia, you're so stressed that you don't eat, but you still eat because you want to be alive. It's just that you hurt so much that you don't eat. So you have to force yourself to eat. And you hate yourself for forcing yourself to eat. And then you hate your body. Like right now, I hate my body. So I'm going to ask my fans to be respectful. I'm going to try and work out. I'm going to try and get myself in shape, eat a little bit more healthy than fish and chips, because I want to exemplify good role model behavior. By the way, this food is delicious, so I consider this a fair send-off from my previous cycle of eating American cuisine. I'm going to try and speak to nutritionists and really sort things out and be a commodity. Thank everyone for being with me on this journey. I have some amazing news. I have even more songs coming out. I just finished some today. I could not sleep. knowing that my music, I was waiting on my music, I was waiting on things like that. So I have some new stuff coming out, and I'll let it be a surprise of which artists I collaborated through the ether, through just the vibe, and see if you like that one as well. But enough about me. How are things on your side, chat? Oh. Ciao, Bella. Glad to hear that, CT. I'm slowly getting through. Change.org/clearly. Well, it's a petition that I have. If we change the motorways here in California, we can reduce pollution. I say it in every podcast. It's a lot to ask people not to pollute in cars that aren't electric. So let's just stop asking. They're going to buy what they're going to buy. I believe in consumer rights. I believe in freedom of choice. I believe in freedom. So if we change roads, we can actually make things better. And if this is a program that I would love to take globally, because I would love to go to Scotland, to go to Wales, and start talking to people about just changing the roads. They have landfills. There are always landfills in countries of materials that they could still use, and it's just sitting there doing nothing. But if you let someone with an engineering background work with some artisans and get some community-minded people to start taking the stuff out and putting it back into the city, you have a better city. You have a city that has better health for the people. You have a city that has safer roads. Sorry, PTSD. I'm not going to be comfortable with that. Of course, I'm in this situation where I wasn't famous before. So if I become famous now, it is literally, I'm just some dude. I have no employees, I have no staff, I'm just me between myself and the populace. I really did not want that to happen, I just wanted my veteran benefits. No, no, absolutely not. Have a good day, on your way. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I come off as a jerk, but I thought in America that they would teach their kids to read. It says service dog right there. If they can't read that, yeah, some kid came up to me and said puppy and started running over. And I can understand that the kid was like a baby and could not form words, but you said puppy, which is a misnomer because you know the size of a puppy and you know the size of a dog. This is an adult-sized dog. So once again, I have to calm down on people and say, no, I am not a regular person. I'm not your celebrity. I'm a daddy. So let me tell you how things are going to go. There is an off limits on my service animal. You get the fuck away from that. My service animal will accompany me everywhere. It is not a meet and greet for a service animal. If you want to talk to me, you talk to me directly. Whether or not I respond is up to me. But there is no other way that that's going to happen. Sorry to be a bit stern, but I am daddy, and I will be stern when it comes to protecting myself and eventually my family, because I really don't think that I'm going to give up on the idea of having a life outside of music just because I love to do music. And thank you, CC. I mean, I don't mean to like yell in your ear, but I have to say this publicly. I have to say, you know, stuff like this are going to happen. I will try and temper my tone and temper some of my language so I don't tell a child to go fuck themselves over something as simple as trying to pet a dog. But I'm still not going to be that person who's super friendly right now because, as I said, I joined the Air Force to serve the American people, and the Air Force sexually abused me. Thank you for letting me be a musician, but no thank you, because what I wanted was to be an astronaut. What I wanted was to wear my Air Force uniform, march my ass down to NASA, and tell them that they're doing things incorrectly. Tell them that they don't need to use rockets. Tell them that there are other technologies that could do this. That's what I wanted. But no, instead of that, I'm going to sing a pretty song. But I'm going to sing a pretty song and I'm going to be an astronaut, but outside of NASA. Absolutely right, CT. A lot of veterans like myself sometimes feel guilty for their flare ups. They feel guilty for not being normal. How can anyone be normal after the American government sanctions you to be abused? And then you have to look your family in the eye and tell them, no, I love my country, but yeah, the country did something to me which is unforgivable. Unforgivable. So it will take a lot for me to do a concert here in America. I would probably do a concert in Canada before I do a concert here because I'm going to require an apology from every single person in that audience. An apology. I'm going to have it on video. When you come through the security gates, you will apologize to me. You will apologize to me for what happened to me at Lackland Air Force Base, where I was sexually abused by Master Sergeant Miranda. Then you can come and see me sing. But you're going to apologize to me first. And by doing so, apologize to every veteran who doesn't have the ability to pick up a microphone and turn their hurt, their rage into something beautiful and unique and theirs. I am grateful that I had a mother that loved me enough to say, you're going to need to be a musician. She bought me guitars. She bought me DJ equipment. She took me to lessons, patient with me, actually sat down and heard me play, checked in on me when I was laboring throughout the night just to get one song perfect that I wasn't even ready to publish. That is what a mother does. So thank you to all the mothers out there. I lost mine. She died. If yours is still alive, cherish her. Cherish her, because you only get one. There is rage in me. But like I said, I'm not going to hate people. I'm going to rise above. Because I don't believe in such petty things as hate. Having gratitude in your life is something that you have to have. You have to be appreciative of what you have because It gets taken away from you so cruelly. The kid that I just yelled at walked by again. They get an ice cream cone, so I guess he's not 100% emotionally scarred. I'm emotionally scarred from being sexually abused by the United States Air Force. But that kid will be fine from being yelled at by a grown adult who is a musician. When it comes to being an environmental activist, there are plenty of things that you can do. I invite you to speak to your town and see what projects they need to be done, whether it be park cleanups or just homeless outreach. Find something that you can do for your community. Yes, you may ask me something about GSs. I don't mind. And I know I come off as someone who is ungrateful and constantly bashing the military, but I came to you and said, let me be an engineer, let me train to be a doctor so I can patch you people off. And instead, you injured me, you sexually abused me, and then turned me into some sort of pop star when all I wanted to do was be an engineer who works in a lab and then eventually goes to Mars. But oh well. I always have the right to refuse a question. If it is inappropriate and you don't feel it is something that you want to say out loud, then maybe that is the answer that you need. And there are always other people to ask. I'm not an expert on the Air Force. I'm an expert on American governments committing war crimes against American citizens. That I'm an expert on. By the way, saw an advertisement for the Grammys. Congratulations to all of you. Really. I appreciate it. I appreciate that Grammy Award winning artists like Alicia Keys said you can do a reimagined cover of Teenage Love Affair. Thank you. I cannot say thank you enough. I will say thank you every day for the rest of my life. To Alicia Keys, to Panic at the Disco, to Christina Aguilera, to Taylor Dane. Taylor Dane. I play that song on repeat. I play that song on repeat. It is that good. Did I mention Mariah Carey? Thank you. Thank you, Mariah Carey. I want to do another Mariah Carey, but I'm not ready to do that one yet. Once again, on Saturday, here in the Los Angeles County, there is a benefit concert for the LA Fire Department and those that were affected by the LA fires at 1720 East 16th Street. You know that's the song. I mean, I've done Christmas albums before, and every year I keep looking at that specific song and saying, when is it going to be the year that I do Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas? But her register is, I sing high. I sing very high. But that is in a stratosphere just beyond. I have to say, Mariah Carey is superhuman. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And she sings. Life is so adverse at times. I don't know. I feel that if I didn't live in Los Angeles, I might be able to relax a little bit more. Not have to be constantly stressed of people running up to me for whatever reason. But I might as well acknowledge the fact that there are other people in the world. Precisely why I want to be an ambassador. I want to globally start talking to other countries on environmental issues and what we can do as a planet to repair the damage by industrialism. Now, I appreciate that not every country wants to change, but if you do want to change, I would like to be a force for good globally, instructing people on simple measures that they can do, like changing the roads or adding more filters on cars, raising mileage standards. We have this planet, there are other planets. I believe we can do more. I wouldn't be doing this podcast if I hated the world and was such a nihilist that I wanted my life to end or the world to end. I certainly don't. I'm a person filled with hope. Even after trauma, even after shock after shock after shock. I believe in the power of conversation. That's why I'm on here on YouTube, talking to you about connections. I mean, you think that you're alone in this world and that nobody cares. I care. And just when I thought nobody cared for me, several people told me, we care about you, we want you to be here, we want you around. We want you to maybe wisen up about some of the celebrity trading that you should have aced by now, but neither here nor there. I am a media nightmare, and that is what you get. I'm not censoring myself for anyone. I said what I said and I don't take it back. I do love the world. I absolutely love the world. I love it because I wish that people could see it like I see it. Or land full of possibilities. I believe it was Theodore Roosevelt who said, this is a new country filled with limitless possibilities. Probably paraphrasing that, but when a president says that, it makes you think. It's not someone who was just harking on the past. It was someone who said, there's a future for America, and I see a future for America. That's what a person should be able to do. I'm just a veteran with PTSD who makes music on occasion. I don't know if I can change the world, but I'm not going to stop until I do. So here I am in the Grand Central Market. I'm eating this lovely meal from Golden Barrel Brewing. I'm talking on YouTube about gratitude and respect and doing more in your community. There are always opportunities to be a better person. I challenge my fans, I challenge myself to grow, to become a better person and love yourself enough to be critical. If there is something wrong in your life, if there is something that makes you uncomfortable, speak up. When celebrities become overnight sensations when they're young, they're also conditioned to just back down from fights, back down in negotiations, put up with things that offend them, tarnish their spirit. I make music and my song is coming out in a couple hours. I don't have to apologize for shit. So this is what you get. You still want to be a fan of me? Great. You dislike what I say? I don't have anything for you. Plenty of other artists. But here I am. If you want someone who, through PTSD, through hurt and depression and rage and anxiety, is still fighting for this state, fighting for this county, that still annoys them. My pronouns are they. It is annoying to be triggered every single time I do something. Every single time I try to go into a restaurant, I have someone trying to like sneak up behind me or something like that, or I'm doing a live and someone runs up to me. It's get used to that. I understand that much. It still affects me, and therefore I'm going to talk about boundaries. There are boundaries. I encourage my fans to engage with me, but we're going to engage from a distance. If you want to talk to me, you talk to me on here through YouTube. If you want to write me love poetry, I always want to hear that. I encourage all my fans, anybody who has an artistic side, to express it. You never know what might happen. I mean, we look at these Grammys and these award shows and say, well, that's wonderful for the artists that win, but what about you? Aren't you an artist too? It took me forever to get the courage to start putting out music. Don't wait a single second. If you feel that you have talent, And even if you don't, there is someone out there who will listen to your music. You listen to your music, and when you make music, you have to make music for yourself. So many artists, they make an album and it doesn't sell the way that it is, and the labels get upset at them and then drop them, and then they fall into depression. It's like, no, don't do that. If you feel that strongly about your album and you put it out, then you defend it. You defend it and you make your fans love it. Artists need to fight for their music. In a country like America, where all your freedoms that you should be granted are not readily available to you, like transgenders using the restroom, things like that should be common sense and say, well, they have to do it somewhere. Either make a specific designed one, or it has to be open to everyone. You have to be able, as an artist, to make a stand for things like that and talk about that in public, or talk about things like Black Lives Matter, and keep furthering that conversation. And when you talk about Black Lives Matter, you have to say police lives matter too. Because guess what? When people of color are in danger, they call 911. They want those 911 operators to send police their way. It goes both ways. You want everyone to survive whatever situation is going on. And sometimes when you say things like Black Lives Matter, you need to say what is going on in our society that people of color are in any position to be scrutinized or feared. They should be appreciated and celebrated. When you see a person of color behind the wheel, it should be a mutual respect between you and the officer. And then you handle your business and you both go home. If a president cannot sit down with every police chief and say, we need to work on your likability, then we're not doing something properly. I don't really care if I'm liked. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be the person who is honest. And I'm honest if I say that I live in America and it's not the America I want. The America I want is an America that appreciates its culture, appreciates that people immigrate here, raise families here, fall in love, and form the next generation of family. This is a beautiful country, and it saddens me as a veteran every time I see someone take their litter, chuck it on the ground. I can be upset at this country and still love the land. I can be upset at the people and still say, I'll save you. I'll save you from smog, I'll save you from bigotry, I'll save you from oppression. That's the kind of person that I am. I'm not a perfect person. On your way. Thank you. Not a perfect person in any way. I'm being rude and snarky and closed off. It's not exactly the kind of behavior I want to inspire in our youth. But I will inspire our youth to speak up. Start speaking up. If you see something in your community that offends you, you speak up about that. If you see something in your school like bullying, you speak up about that. Because those people need your protection too. You can't turn a blind eye to bullying. You can't turn a blind eye to pollution. You can't turn a blind eye to litter. So if this country is going to be around for years and years and years to come, we have to start doing our part. I would love to be that veteran that just shuts the door, locks it, closes the curtains, and never talks to another person. But I can't do that. I can't do that because I have to share a planet with the rest of you. Your help matters to me. It matters to me. We need to do something about the smoke. We need to reduce pollution. We need to increase clean air initiatives within buildings. Public buildings should have clean air programs. If you find yourself in a government office breathing recycled indoor air and it's not fresh, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with your city if they let you do that. I will change that. I'm going to talk on YouTube every single day, on my podcast, I Hate LA, Love Me Anyway. And maybe I'll see some changes. This is going to be a very, very long journey toward likability or meet and greets. Don't expect me to be excited or happy to see people anytime soon. I appreciate you if you like my music, but where was the likes and the appreciation when I was just a veteran suffering from PTSD that didn't have music out? When I was just a regular person? Where was that? I have scars all over my body of ramming myself into things because I have PTSD flashbacks. Scars that will always be there. So be patient with me. It will take a lot for me to do meet and greets. It'll take a lot for me to do a concert. I'm still going to talk on YouTube about environmental issues. I'm still going to talk about human rights, like the human rights of servicemen who are currently still being abused in the military. That is something I will talk about every day because some of them are not as lucky. Some of them, they drink. They drink and they think nobody cares. I care about my veterans. I care about my servicemen who are still in and don't have the strength to report any incidents that happen because they're afraid of losing their job. They're afraid of reprisal. I hear you. I will speak on your behalf and tell you I appreciate your strength, but stand up for yourselves. This country owes me an apology. Being a musician might make that happen, but I want an apology. So if you come and try and speak to me in public, the first things out your mouth better be, I'm sorry. Or you're going to talk to some air as I walk away. That's how it has to be. Change.org/clear LA smoke. It's an initiative to clean the atmosphere here in California because the air is polluted, has carbon monoxide, nitrates, plastic. You shouldn't be breathing that in. You shouldn't let your children breathe that in. I can yell at that fucking kid for coming near me. I'm still going to fight for that kid's right to breathe because I'm an individual who cares. I'm a daddy. Not his, because, that kid doesn't look like me. She take my money, but I'm in need. Yeah, she a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she a gold digger, way all the time. That there's no need. No, I've got pipes. I can sing literally anything. I'm just not going to sing for a bunch of Americans who stand by while people in uniform are being abused and then have to go to work the next day and pretend like it didn't happen. I'm not going to sing for a country that pollutes the air and then tells families, oh yeah, your kid with the asthma and all the operations and the medications, we can't afford to pay for that. Well, you fucking caused it, so you better fucking pay for it. But guess what? A musician like myself may have to take that on as a personal charity and say that my money should be used towards that instead of buying a fucking mansion. Because that's the kind of person I am. I don't believe in material wealth while other people suffer. This is I Hate LA, Love Me Anyway. I'll see you tomorrow.